Good day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Last week, you guys got to see the NRL Penrith Panthers rebuild. Next week, you're going to be seeing the South Sydney Rabbitohs, the two grand final heavyweights, but a team that has been through rebuild phases and needs another rebuild. There in some strife. They've changed their logo recently. I'm talking about the West Tigers. Tonight's NRL rebuild is going to be the West Tigers, or Wests Tigers. Let's get straight into this. We've got, if you're new to this series, basically I spin a wheel with lots of players, players who have had great seasons or players who, I guess I put majority of players in there. There's a lot of players in the NRL, so it is hard to do it all, but let's get straight into it. Starting off at that fullback position, we had Dufty go to the Panthers last week. You've got options Valentine Holmes, who can play at fullback or on the wing. For the Tigers, the X factor of Latrell would be really nice, and the footwork of RTS would be some really good choices. But I'm going to get my list up here. For the Tigers, had the Panthers last week. Let's do it. The West Tigers fullback, and you're going to be seeing him in a jersey as well, thanks to the All Sport chat, is going to be... It's going to be Clint Gutherson. He's going to find a new home, previously played with Manly, and then Parramatta for a few years, and now he heads to Mitchell Moses' previous team in the West Tigers. So the fullback position is full, and Gutherson can now not be taken by any other team. We're going to move into our wing position. On the wing at the moment, they have the fantastic David Nofaluma. So obviously he can't be picked for this one. I've taken him out. He'll be added for future. AJ, a lot of speed and try scoring about him would be great points. And then Josh Addo-Carr, previously a Tiger, could be heading back here. We picked two wingers, obviously. Let's pick our first one. Gutherson at fullback. On the wing, starting us off, is going to be Enare Tuala. An outstanding season with the Newcastle Knights. He's made the wing position his. He's become very good at scoring tries, especially in the 2020 and 2021 season, and just becoming more and more consistent. There were talks of him appearing in a Queensland jersey. So this isn't a bad signing for the Tigers there. We're going to get rid of our 3 and 4, come back to that. And we're going to pick our other winger on the other side of the field with an R.A. Tuala. I haven't removed his name, so he could potentially come up, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So we're going to respin that because we can't have two an R.A. Tualas. And on third time, we have Philip Sammy. Now, Philip Sammy from the Titans, played in the centres, plays in the wing, very consistent at try scoring again. Bit of speed about Philip Sammy as well. So we're going to add Philip Sammy in there for the Tigers with Enare Tuala as his wing pairing. So we're going to move into the centres here for the West Tigers. Now, options that include Matt Burton, fantastic, could play in that 6 role as well in the centre. I think Sebastian Chris would probably fit quite well in this team so far. And obviously Croker for goal kicking, we probably don't. I guess Gutherson's pretty good at goal kicking, but we'll have to wait and see. So Burton. Let's spin it. Our first centre, which will be paired with Enare Tuala, is going to be Matt Burton. Premiership winning Matt Burton, heading from the Penrith Panthers to the West Tigers, obviously off to the Bulldogs in the 2022 season. Can't wait to see more of him. I think he's a really good player. He'll fit right in with this team and steer him around. And our other centre is going to be Herbie Farnworth for the Brisbane Broncos. A fantastic season in 2021. He really stood out for me, Herbie Farnworth. I'll be speaking about him in the Broncos review. Without a doubt, this is a good signing. So far in the back line, we're about to get in our halves. We've got Gutherson, Tuala, Matt Burton, Herbie Farnworth, and Philip Sammy. So let's move into the key roles, which is the halves. Now, in the halves, we still have a lot of quality. We still have Munster. We still have Luai. And Sean Johnson would be a really good signing, in my opinion, for this team to provide some spark and attack. They're going to need a good halves and 9 this team. It's okay to start it, but I think we've seen some better ones so far during the NRL rebuild. We're going to spin this wheel, and our number 6 for this team is going to be Sean Johnson. I think it's an outstanding season signing. It's very good to see him with a club. I've waited to see him because obviously I'm not going to be doing every single team over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to do as many as I can, get about 4 to 6 out for you guys. And I break it up quite a bit so that it goes into next year as well, because I've loved doing this. But Sean Johnson in the halves, in that number 6 jersey, where he loves to be with both the Sharks and the Warriors. And now we're going to spin it for our halfback, Townsend. He's had that experience with Townsend in the halves before at the Cronulla Sharks. Clear his kicking game. Absolutely brilliant. Ben Hunt could play in the 7 and the 9. And even Jamal Fogarty could be a really good choice here to partner with Sean Johnson. So, look, I'm going to say Ben Hunt or Jamal Fogarty, but let's spin the wheel because it's not up to me. It's up to the wheel. And partnering Sean Johnson is going to be DCE from the Manly Sea Eagles. DCE, Origin representative, a nice choice here. A great kicking game, clutch in regards to the field goals. It becomes right down to the wire in these games. Then give Cherry Evans a ball, and he can probably win it for you. Well, let's move into our big boppers here. Now, the big boppers, we've got Jacob Saifidi still available. We've got Tohu Harris still available and Martin Tapau with his offloads. Only 4 there at the moment. I'll try and add some more in for the next one. Otherwise, we have to just chuck the 2 in. But we'll see how we go. Obviously, a lot of players in the NRL side just to keep adding it. But the first one in the front row is going to be Jacob Saifidi. We've seen Daniel go to a club, and Jacob Saifidi has become a more complete player in recent seasons, I think. He's always been pretty solid, but I think he's been in some of his best form. We're going to come back to the big boppers here, and we're going to pick our number 9. Now, the hooker, very interesting position. Api Coruscant would be a fantastic choice. Bit of speed about Cook. Damien Cook would fit right into this side. And maybe Harry Grant as well could even come off the bench as well as that number 9 jersey under the coach. So let's pick. I should have added coaches in. That would have been a great idea. But anyway, let's do it. West Tigers. I could make a separate video for coaches. It's going to be Reece Robson. Now, I spoke about him in the Cowboys season review. Had a really good 2021 season. I thought he was one of their best players. He knows how to play footy. He's getting better and better. So, look, this team is average so far. We still need a lot of depth in this 4-pack. We need a Tohu Harris or a Tapau here. I don't think we can get away with a Blake Laurie signing here. So I'm hoping Laurie doesn't get picked just here. But let's see. And it's going to be Martin Tapau. So the ability to offload the ball to players like Gutherson, to players like Sean Johnson with a great running game. It's a good signing there for the Tigers. And he previously was a Tiger as well, believe it or not. Marty Tapau. Now, moving into the second row, lots of options I like here. Wade Graham would fit really well in this side. I think Ben Murdoch-Masila would be a great choice, and again, could play via the bench as well, depending on what the coach says. But let's pick it. We pick 2, and we pick them straight back to back. The first one for the Tigers is going to be Viliami Kikau. So Kikau heads from the Penrith Panthers to join the West Tigers. A lot of talk about him leaving clubs. I think the Tigers were a club that were talked about, but I think he probably will stay at Penrith, even though he has been shopped around. Who knows? Maybe the Redcliffe Dolphins could pick him up. And we're going to spin for our last second row position, and it's going to go next to kick out. It's going to be Lachlan Fitzgibbon for the Newcastle Knights. Decent player, Lachlan Fitzgibbon. Just don't know about the X factor of this team. There's a few great players in Sean Johnson, Gutherson, Daly Cherry Evans as well, but I'm not so impressed. So we need someone big here. We need someone big. We need a Carrigan we can't get. I do apologise. I'll fix that up. We need the leadership of Josh Jackson, the quick play the balls of Cameron Murray, or the power of Tino Fasua-Ma'ali. I'm going to put Cameron Murray as my best choice here with this team. We need someone to shine out and stand up. And we're going to have some leadership here around the park from the Bulldogs into the lock position. We're going to have Josh Jackson. So, look, that completes our team for the West Tigers. And we're going to now go through it one by one. So, starting off at fullback, you're going to have Clint Gutherson making the journey from Parramatta to Balmain for the West Tigers. On the wing, you're going to have Philip Sammy. And Philip Sammy is going to be with Anare Tuala on the other wing. In the centres, you're going to have Matt Burton, premiership-winning Penrith Panthers centre, and knows how to play a bit of 5'8". He'll be there at the Dogs next year with Herbie Farmworth. Philip Sammy, I already mentioned on the other wing. Sean Johnson, a fantastic signing here in that number 6 jersey, just what this team needs. Number 7, DCE. He finally has a team. We've been waiting for that Origin rep, and we're still waiting for Cleary to go. So I wonder who Cleary will go. Could it be the Rabbits next week? A few Rabbits went to the Panthers, so it'd be pretty cool. On the big boppers, we've got Jacob Saifidi and Martin Tapau. The offload ability about Tapau will be great. He needs to get back to form next year, but he's still a very good player on his day. And then in the back row, in the 9 jersey, you're going to have Reece Robson from the North Queensland Cowboys heading over the Tigers to give them a hand. The loss of Harry Grant was huge, so this will be a nice signing. And then in the second row, you're going to have Viliami Kikau and Lachlan Fitzgibbon from the Newcastle Knights. And their leadership, I guess you could say their captain, because he's so experienced, is going to be Josh Jackson. So, guys, this whole team will be up on the Instagram page, going up against other teams as well eventually. Really look forward to these battles. Make sure you go and check out the All Sport Chat and follow me on TikTok, EntertainYT, so that you can see all the team players in jerseys. I'll try and put up some Instagram stories teasing it as well. As I mentioned, next week you'll see the South Sydney Rabbitohs after seeing last week's premiership winners, the Penrith Panthers. I'm going to be doing the runners-up. Make sure you check out our sponsor, Drom Clothing Co. over on Instagram and drom.com.au. Make sure you always use code ENT15. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Loving the content in the off-season with the season review. Drop a comment what you thought of the team, and I'll see you guys later.